National Geographic. The revolution is here. National Geographic, October version, 2021. The future is here. By land. Alright, so what is this by land about? Let's first talk about FutureBot. Yeah, I am FutureBot. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so FutureBot is maybe the future robot, and it can do a lot of human things. Firstly, it can bend his elbows. He can walk like a human, like a pro, for that matter. He can even have any visors, but he has more upgrades. He has own armor. He has his own boots. He even has his own Lego walkings. He even has a button in the middle that gives him the most powers, which is a lot like Iron Man when you think about it, even as a helmet. But either way, he's the future robot. And it's the same for cars. Especially him, because since he is technically a car, he can turn into a car. Car mode. Now he's in car mode, which doesn't look much like a car, I know, but it'll have to do. And this happened. Ooh, someone goes inside the car, and then he travels them to there. Ooh, and so yeah, he's basically a vehicle. But by now, everything was fueled by some sort of an energy expert. In this case, oil. Okay, this is actually water, but the plastic can be turned into oil. And so, yeah, it was pretty much an awesome debate thingy, but mostly we thought of things as a pretty big thing. Now, we know how future stuff should be like. They should be electric, they should be not so oily, but they should even be able to have a bet on the going cars. I mean, Tesla just started doing that, and it's how they do all of these things. And Volkswagen did a lot of these things. I mean, these are all Volkswagen cars. Fun fact, from what I heard from a video about Hitler, it said that Hitler was the one who created Volkswagen, which is really weird because he was the guy who created World War II or started World War II, but whatever way, he was not the guy who ended it. And so yeah. This is a pretty much thing, and everybody was like trying to create the cars of the future. And these cars of the future, they've been here for pretty much a long time. We just didn't create them yet. And a lot of people have been trying to create electrical green energy powered cars, like cars that have been powered by the sun, just like how FutureBot does. Woo! FutureBot under attack. Fight! And so yeah, it even has its own function, but that will be talking about in a coding episode. But even if anything gets captured, it's just gonna be a lot of costs. We can capture the sun and harness its energy, but another way, we need to find out how to do it. Even the solar panels don't have FutureBot, he can still break free of all of these breaks. And so yeah. Now, my FutureBot analogy, he's a pretty good guy. I mean, I got this for Christmas or someone else's birthday, but yeah. And there is always something that happens to someone. And when things do go wrong, a Volkswagen Chattanooga assembly Volkswagen's Chattanooga assembly line just like fails in production of whatever, like toys, cars, whatever. There's a special type of music that halts everybody, which is really weird because that doesn't really happen during the times of these. And then we talk about electrical history, like in 1828 the Jetic model car, electric car comes, and in 1859 the first electrical tricycle gets invented. And in 1881, it was the first rechargeable battery to a tricycle, which is really important. Then in 1899, the Belgian La Jamo's Concerta becomes the first EV to exceed at 60 miles per hour. Then in the 1890s, the first commercial EVs are sold. In Belgium, Henry Piper developed one of the first hybrid cars, basically green energy cars. In the 19,000, in this year, 40% of American cars are powered by steam, and 38% by electricity, and 22% by internal combustion engines, or IBC. ICE. From the 1910s and 1930s, cheaper oil and combustion models drive EVs out of the market. And in the 1980s, lithium-ion batteries with more powers are developed, regenerating interest in EVs, and our ranges increase. In the 1990s, California mandate to ramp up sales of zero-emission cars sparks a new generation of EVs. But in other ways, finally in 1997, the popular Toyota Prius kickstarts the modern hybrid vehicle market. And also Tesla Model 3s are in a Japanese port in this photo. And in 2008, the Tesla Roadster, with a range of 245 miles, launches a wave of high-performance EVs, which is pretty big when you think about it. And finally, some college dudes tried to create a car and turn it into a literal combustion electrical car. They tried to turn an oil car and a non-hybrid car into a hybrid car with electrical power, which is really cool because by then it was almost impossible to switch these two together with the same car. And so subscribe so that you can free FutureBot. Oh, FutureBot is trying to free himself. Yeah, okay, maybe no need to subscribe. He's digging a well. He's falling. He broke it. And he's falling. Bye-bye, FutureBot. So that's the end of this episode. If you did this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to get FutureBot to fly. Oh, he's flying. Oh well, that's useless now. But by the end of this episode, see you in the next episode. Click either of these 2 episodes, or click FutureBot to read another future episode, part 2, by air, coming up soon. So let's get started. Ow.